Hey guys, we are back with day 6 on Carnivore, and I will be talking with you about some of the things that I've done to avoid the common issues, particularly symptoms, when it comes to transitioning to a carnivore diet and particularly into ketosis, okay? One of the best things that anyone can do is to just go out and do your research ahead of time. Okay, I've done some of that. My husband has done a lot of that as well. You know, listen to other carnivores, hear their experiences, and especially as you progress, you know, once you've already started, if you notice anything that seems off, anything different, you know, just look that up, okay, and see if it's a normal side effect of transitioning or if maybe it could be something a little bit more serious. You don't want to end up with a potentially serious problem because you ignored a small symptom, relatively in the beginning. So right now what I have noticed is, symptoms like at the beginning, like a few days ago, mild nausea, mild headaches, obviously like some loose stools. Yesterday, day 6, I switched and it was constipation instead. Again, nothing extreme, but all little symptoms that you just want to be aware of and try and intervene in advance so that the little issues don't turn into something big, okay? And, some of these symptoms, they might go away after a few days on their own. They might last a few weeks even. I've heard the body can take up to 3 months to fully acclimate to, a keto diet, or a carnivore diet. In my case, carnivore is keto, by the way. Keto just typically includes food items that carnivores don't, but both are a type of keto diet where your body is in ketosis and burning those ketones from fat instead of sugars from carbohydrates. So that's the difference, and that's what we're going for, trying to get those ketones to be the body's main energy source, all right? Electrolytes is a big one, and it's something that I've heard a lot of people talk about in the carnivore world. So I know my goal is to get to where I'm getting all of my electrolytes, all of my nutrients, period, from my diet, okay? But right now, while I'm transitioning, I'm not going to worry about that personally because my main goal is to transition while still staying healthy, and minimizing those side effects so that I can carry on with my everyday life as well. And I know any of you guys who have jobs, you got things to do, got places to be. You can't be experiencing all these nasty side effects or whatever, from switching and still go about your business like normal, okay? You want to feel good even while you're transitioning as much as possible. So that's been my goal. Because of that, I am balancing electrolytes, okay? My main focuses are making sure I'm getting enough fat, okay? Because that's your fuel, right? If you're wanting to go into ketosis, you've got to have enough fat, period. You can't burn what you don't have. So getting enough fat intake, getting your electrolytes in balance, and staying hydrated. Oh my gosh, I can't stress that one enough. Staying hydrated, okay? Even before starting carnivore, I was definitely a person who made a point to drink water regularly, okay? I rarely drank anything but water except for milk and an occasional alcoholic beverage. That was it pretty much, okay? I rarely drank soda, like super rarely. Okay, my husband would have drinks with soda occasionally as well, but I didn't usually drink those too. So there's soda in the house. I rarely drank it. Mostly water, milk, tea. Okay, my raspberry tea. I was, very big on that. I haven't been taking it lately, but big on my raspberry tea. And then, like I said, the occasional alcoholic drink. And honestly, water by far is always my drink of choice, okay? Like, even prior to this, I drink, so I've got a cup that's probably it's 32 ounces basically. So if I fill that up and get at least 2 of those in every day, I'm getting at least 64 ounces, half a gallon of water a day, okay? For the average adult, you want to be getting at least that much from what I've heard, okay? Some people say to take your body weight in ounces, divide that in half, and they say that's how much water you want to be consuming. All right, I am currently at about 129 pounds, so that means that based on that ratio, I would be consuming about 65 ounces of water a day, okay? I'm drinking between like 60 and 90 ounces a day probably, okay? A little bit higher than average because I love my water and I have to stay hydrated. I don't like symptoms of dehydration, not fun, not about those headaches. Anyway, and then electrolytes, what I'm currently doing is, like I've said in previous videos, I'm just making sure I take a little salt in my hand, take that throughout the day. I salt all my food, okay? Everything that I make, I add salt to it. Because sodium is huge, super important. Your body's flushing a lot of that out during transition into ketosis. Okay, so you want to really make sure your sodium is up. I'm currently also taking potassium tablets and magnesium tablets, all right? I will link in the description below to a video where Stephanie Person talks about electrolyte balance and what the exact ratios are, like how much water, how much sodium, how much potassium, and how much magnesium you want to be getting to kind of keep all of those electrolytes in balance with your water, all right? Because that was kind of a hard thing for me to find. My husband sent that video to me and I was like, oh yay, finally someone who talks about the exact amounts, because both of us were just kind of like, how are we supposed to figure this out? You know, we don't want to be taking too much or too little, all right? That just, her video will give you a ratio. It's about 22 minutes in if you want to just get to that exact spot where she talks about it. About 22 minutes in, I'll link in the description, and she'll give you those ratios, breaks it down. So then you can take that and apply it to whatever your current body weight is, okay? And make sure you're getting enough of your electrolytes. All right, the other thing that I like to do is keep my cup full. If I empty my water cup, I go and I fill it up right away. That way, the next time I'm thirsty, I don't walk into the kitchen and be like, oh, my cup's empty. Oh, I guess I'll just skip water right now, you know? It doesn't happen if you just fill your cup up as soon as it's empty. That's what I like to do, and I do it for the kids as well. My husband has been doing the same thing, and it really, really helps. So, big pro tip there for water. All right, I honestly, as far as how I've been feeling lately, I've been feeling pretty good, okay? I am experiencing, like I said, minor symptoms, all right? Not every day do I have headaches or nausea. Sometimes, some days I do, okay? Yesterday I didn't have those, but I did have like mild heart palpitations, which is like you feel your heart like thumping kind of is how it feels. Mild, again, it's not like extremely noticeable. It's just when I get calm and things are quiet, like I notice my heartbeat, okay? It's like slightly constipated as well yesterday. Again, mild, you know, nothing extreme. I feel pretty good overall. I still feel like I'm getting adequate rest. Only thing blocking that is my baby's waking me up at night, but that's, you know, that's not because of my diet. So, and hopefully even that won't affect me as much once I've transitioned. So that'll be really nice to see. I'm overall, like, I can definitely tell that I'm still adapting, okay? Like, my body has not completely switched. That'll take time. I'm excited to see where I'll be at the end of a month, but yeah, for right now, I will take the higher energy, you know, the, just overall feeling good. Like, I feel good. I feel like my body is getting what it needs. I can eat nice, full, satisfying meals, and I'm not just sitting there binging on carbs every night, which, bad habit, at least for me. Bad habit. I would just sit and, like, you know, a bag of potato chips, I could easily eat like half a bag of potato chips just in one sitting, okay? And how gross is that really? Like, who wants to be doing that? It's not good for you. I mean, the oils and, not good for you. Oils and carbs in that, vegetable oils, not good for you, okay? So, anyways, that just, not doing that anymore. Feels great, and I'm really happy to be where I am. I have been eating basically the same stuff. Not going to bore you with all those details because it's pretty much the same thing most days. Try and get at least some beef every single day. If you want to eat beef every meal, too, that's also great. A lot of carnivores recommend that. So if you love beef, go for it. Right now, we are not doing that because, to be frank, it's expensive. If we ever get to a point where we are able to afford to grow and raise our own beef, that's the goal. And, you know, then we'll be able to eat a lot more beef in a lot bigger quantities and stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of using all sorts of meats. We're using ground beef, we're using hamburger patties, we're using some deli meats, honestly, and we're using some, like, poultry, we're using bacon, ham, sausage. So we are using a variety. It is still carnivore. It's just not strictly beef, okay? And I know a lot of carnivores will say, like, beef's better. Yeah, it probably is because it's grass-fed, not grain-fed. But, you know, you do what you can. Don't beat yourself up over where you're at in your phase of the journey. So just do what you can, keep moving forward, and pay attention to your body. I cannot stress that enough. Pay attention to your body, okay? All right, so when I'm having these symptoms like some loose stools and mild headaches and heart palpitations, you know, I'm paying attention to that. I'm going and I'm looking it up and I'm seeing what other people say you can do to help eliminate those symptoms or relieve them, at least make sure that it's not going to get worse, okay? Listen, please listen to your body, all right? It will tell you, all right? It's been pretty easy, honestly, to listen to my body on this diet. I would say much easier than before, because before my body and brain were so confused because I had a carb addiction, okay? Honestly, I probably still do because I still crave carbs sometimes. I'm just not consuming them. But once you get outside of that carbohydrate addiction, it's a lot easier to listen to your body and, pay attention to what it's telling you. All right, because like I said, I've noticed I eat until I feel full and I'm satiated and then I'm done. And, if I need a snack, I'll eat one, but most of the time I don't even feel like I need a snack between meals, all right? I eat 3 meals a day. Yesterday I ate 2 decent-sized meals and 1 smaller one in the evening, okay? And that's all that I needed. So pay attention to your body, what works for you, and, go from there. See how it affects you, all right? And if you need to make adjustments later on based on your body type, you can. You can look it up and see what you want to do. But that's all I got for you guys today. Bye, friends.